hibiscus? Well, today we have a very special segment for you. We're going to learn a little bit more about hibiscus, how it works, some of the benefits, and even how to make a special drink. Joining us today is the founder of Pharmacist, Bonita Clemens. She is a farmer, a horticulturist. She knows pretty much everything when it comes to growing and planting, and today she's going to share all of these amazing details with us.
Yes, we're going to talk about hibiscus, my favorite plant.
Your favorite? Why is it your favorite plant?
You know, I call it my spiritual plant.
Really?
One of the reasons is because it's good for all blood-related issues.
Wow.
All blood-related issues. Blood flow, scientific evidence to show that it helps with high blood pressure. It purifies the blood. I had one friend, she was having issues with blood clots, and she started drinking it, and so it helped the blood to flow. So it's just life.
It's a healing
It's
plant.
a healing plant, and
Wonderful.
it is life.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now,
Yes.
you actually told me something that I did not know, and I want to share it with our viewers. You said there's different species of this.
Oh yes, so there's about 2,000. So when you hear the word hibiscus, everybody thinks of the beautiful flower that's in the yard. That's not the one that we use to make tea or make a beverage with.
Okay, so there's specific ones
There's
you can make.
specific ones.
Okay.
You have Thai hibiscus. You have, but the species that I use most is called Cerebarifa. Some people call it Roselle. So one thing that's interesting about this, there are many, many names, depends on what country you're in. But at the end of the day, the seed that you plant is called a hibiscus seed.
Alrighty. Well, today we're going to be making this drink. Tell us a little bit about, or tell us rather, what we need in order to make this drink at home.
It's the easiest thing. So you know, to do tea, to make tea, all you need is some boiling water. That's it. However, people get intimidated by that. I don't know why. So I try to tell them how to do it, but I have to actually show them.
Okay.
Because for some reason that makes it easier. So I guess that's, you know,
I'm a
people learn
visual
people learn
learner.
different ways,
I'm a
right?
visual learner. All right.
So, boiling water. That's it.
Boiling
And if
water.
you want to sweeten it, and you can add any other things you want. So the way I do it is, I just get some boiling water, and I just, like this.
Okay.
Now I have this pot because my pot, the way I make it, I make a pot this size, full, just fill it with water. Once it boils, I turn it off. And then I let the leaves steep.
Now, do you get your hibiscus plant already dried, or do you have a process of drying it yourself?
Both.
Both. Nice.
So it's a tropical plant. You see it's turning red.
The color is
It's
already
so
coming.
beautiful. It's so beautiful. That's how you make it.
It's beautiful.
Boiling water, turn it off. You do not want to boil the leaves. So I don't boil the leaves, but I put it in boiling water and I turn it off. After you steep the leaves, you can eat it.
Wow.
There is a restaurant here in Colombia that makes burritos and they use hibiscus.
Seriously?
Yes.
You know, I would have never even gathered that.
You know, a lot of vegans, vegetarians, they'll take the leaves and use it as a meat substitute.
Really?
To make tacos, yes.
Now listen, I'm not a vegetarian or a vegan, but I like food. I
I love food.
I treat the vegan and vegetarian dishes like it is like any other food, like
Right.
like Mexican food or Chinese food.
And
It is its own genre of food, and I'm going to eat it. So
Yes.
that's so interesting. I
Look at
never knew that.
that.
And I'm also observing the bag that
Yes.
you said you would typically
Okay.
put in the pot.
So this big pot, sometimes I'll just throw the leaves in, or if I don't want to deal with the leaves,
Yeah.
I put them in this.
And that's so convenient.
And so once, again, it boils, I turn it off, I just sit this in there.
Now, how long should you let them set? I know this is bigger, so this will probably set
Yes.
a little bit longer.
Yes.
How long rather would you let what's in here set versus the small one? That one's pretty much done.
Both times, it doesn't matter. So here, I like for things to steep 10 minutes. I don't know where I got the 10 minutes from. But for the pot, I would let it be for about at least 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
But personally, I let it do it overnight. I let it sit overnight. Again, that's how I make mine, but you don't have to do it that way. Again, this is done.
And how many leaves? Because I know, so the more leaves makes it more
Darker and richer.
richer. Okay.
So if we had a few leaves, right, it'll be lighter. Let's say you go to a restaurant and you order it today. Or you go to a store and you see hibiscus, it's gonna be light. I prefer the richer, darker color.
And does that change the flavor at all?
It changes the flavor, yes.
Wow.
And so people love hibiscus tea, but when they drink mine, it's like, oh.
This is strong.
So then they get hooked and they only
Oh,
want mine.
okay.
Bonita's hibiscus tea.
And you add cinnamon to it.
The cinnamon. So sometimes I add cloves. These are cloves.
Oh, wow.
A clove gives it another different flavor. Sometimes if I want some sweetness, I never use sugar. Sometimes I'll put pineapples.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
You can also, when you're boiling the water, if you peel a pineapple, you can throw the peel in the water and it'll give it a sweetness also.
So it's best to put the other ingredients that you're going to add to it while it's hot.
While it's hot, yes,
Okay.
yes. And then this cinnamon, if I put like this in there, let it sit for a while, even too, it's gonna have a natural sweetness. Cinnamon is a natural sweetener.
Really?
A
Now,
lot of the times though, I put honey.
now I'm looking at this and I know we're drinking this, but something tells me if you boil this on a pot or have this in a hot pot on your stove, it's gonna make the house smell good too.
Oh yes, it's like potpourri.
Yeah, one you can
Honey.
drink. One that we encourage you to drink.
Potpourri, so again, cloves, think about it, cloves smell good. It smells like Christmas too. Cloves reminds me of Christmas. Cloves, cinnamon, or honey. You can add, I've added lemon juice.
Lemon I added there.
You can add orange juice, actually juice.
What about orange, the peel?
The peel, yes.
No, I
that's what
know
meant.
that's gonna make it really good.
Now the ginger.
Oh, ginger.
I call ginger the secret sauce
The
for
secret
hibiscus.
sauce
For hibiscus.
Wow.
Now there's several ways you can do it. You can chop your ginger up, pour it in the boiling water, let it boil, or you can juice the ginger. Now most people don't have a juicer, and that's okay. You can also put the because it's a really tough
Like do the
plant.
peels and then let the peels sit
Let the
there
peel
as well.
sit in here again. Just slice it, put it in here, boil it. That water will be strong. But if you like spice, ginger is the go-to for spice.
Ginger and cinnamon. Well, Benita, thank you so much for joining us. You can be a part of the pharmacist movement.
Yeah.
Benita, tell our viewers where they can get in touch with you.
Very easy. Online, thepharmacist.com, and we spell it F-A-R-M, farm, A, then cis, S-I-S.
It's like a triple meaning. I love it.
Pharmacist, yeah, it has a lot of meanings behind it. The biggest meaning is to get back to health, farm your body to good health.
Absolutely. Well, Benita, thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully you can make your very own hibiscus drink at home.
Yes.
Send us some pictures. Make sure you do that at Soda City Living or SodaCityLive.com, and maybe even make one of those different